Welcome to Latin Per Diem. This is our 7th episode in the series on Augustine of Hippo. We're looking today at the Confessions, Book 2, and now we move on to Section 5. Et enim species est pulchris corporibus, et auro, et argento, et omnibus, et in contactu carnis congruentia valet plurimum, ceteris quae sensibus est sua quique ad commodata modificatio corporum. Now Augustine has left behind his discussion of the pear tree incident and is drawing some lessons therefrom. For in fact, he says, species est. Here is our feminine singular nominative subject. This noun species is fifth declension, and it means beauty or appearance. For there is a beauty, pulchris corporibus, auro, argento, omnibus. Each one of these is dative, and that is because this construction is the dative of possessor. So first of all, the thing possessed is in the nominative, in this instance species, and those things that are doing the possessing are put in the dative. There are 4 of them, and finally the 2 are connected using a form of esse. And of course that form must agree not with the possessors in the dative, but with the thing possessed. Thus, although there are multiple possessors here, the thing possessed, species, is in the singular, and that's why est is singular. For beauty belongs to some kind of species, or allure, belongs to lovely bodies, and to gold and silver, and to all things. And, he says, in contactu carnis, in the touch or the contact of the flesh, the congruentia, suitability or kind of sympathy, is very powerful, prevails much, valet plurimum. Here is the adverb plurimum. And to the other senses, belonging to the other senses, again dative, est sua modificatio. And to the other senses there belong its own adaptation of body ad commodata to each, well suited ad commodata to each. Here is a dative, and it of course is restating the idea behind ceteris sensibus. And of course the subject of est will be modificatio, modified by sua. And modificatio is also modified by ad commodata. Now notice that this will sometimes be spelled as ac commodata, and that is because it is a compound of the preposition ad and commodo, and sometimes different texts represent this by assimilating the second consonant. Sometimes they do not assimilate the second consonant and leave it the same, thus ADC. Different dictionaries, different editors have different conventions. Modificatio, of course, is feminine, and therefore ad commodata and sua, both of which modify it, must also be feminine, and singular and nominative. Corporum, then, is how he concludes, and notice it is near the same position at the beginning of the sentence, giving a kind of correspondence then. He's talking about his experience with pears and their desirability and so forth, as well as gold and silver and all other things. Please join us next time for more from Augustine's Confessions, Book 2, Section 5.